Okay, third hour, coming at you with homework 38, a whole lot of radicals. We got square roots, cube roots, fourth roots, let's get it. Whenever you've got a giant square root, you know this, you can split it into two little square roots. So you've got one giant tall one, split it into a small one, you know square root of 9, you square root of 100, you're like boom, 3/10, we're starting off, we're feeling good. You can do the same move with cube roots. Sometimes they make it a little more difficult. They throw a negative sign out in front. So keep the negative out in front and then split it. Cube root on top, cube root on bottom, cube root 125, cube root 343. So all these numbers that we've been working with, showing back up again today. We know that cube root is going to be 5, this one's going to be 7, and then don't forget your negative sign. Okay, so simplifying all these cube roots, square roots, fourth roots. This is what we got today. All right, third one. Let's jump it up to a fourth root. And let's use a variable this time. X fourth, how about 625? Okay, we're going to stick with the same plan where we run the split. So instead of a giant fourth root, we're going to split it into smaller problems. And then once you split it, this is going to be great. You're going to love this. This is fourth power, and this is fourth root. When you have fourth power and fourth root, you're like, oh, that is fabulous. They just cancel each other completely out. All that's left, just the x. It's awesome. And then we know fourth root is 625. Boom. It's a 5. Wham, bam. I thank you, ma'am. Let's see here. What if we don't have ones that are nice and neat? Okay. So what if we were doing a problem where it's not a neat square root? Let's say we had something like 24. So it doesn't have a square root. So we still got to break this down. The way I usually show people is the old factor tree method. So you grab 24 and you factor tree that down. And you can use 4 and 6, you can use 3 and 8, 2 and 2. It all factors the same thing. So if we went something like 2, 12, 2, 6, 2, 3. So you grab all those roots, put them in order, all the smallest to greatest, 2, 2, 2, 3. So you had 24, you factor tree it down, and you've got your roots that are left, your 2, 2, 2, 3. So 24 is out, 2, 2, 2, 3, still in there. Now it's a square root, so you're looking for pairs. Square root, you're looking for pairs, 2 of a kind. Like here is 1 pair of 2s. So any pairs that you have, circle them, grab them. Any pairs are coming out. Now here's the rule that's a little hard to remember, but 2 on the inside, once you get it out of there, you only write it once on the outside. So this becomes 2 on the outside. Looks kind of like that. And then you got to clean up this inside, this 2 times 3, make that a 6. 2 square roots of 6. So we do this a lot starting today. It's happened. Okay, let's do another one. Let's say we've got numbers and letters. How about number 6? Let's go 200. And let's throw in x cubed y to the 5th. All right, so now we've got a giant number like 200. We have a whole lot of x's and y's to look at. Grab the 200, get over on this side, factor tree him down. So we're going to get all the roots of 200. So 2, 100, 2, 50, 2, 25, 5, 5. So again, you grab the 200, factor tree him down, and you could have started anyway. You could have done 4 and 50, 25 and 8. I just chose 2 and 100. It all factors to the same. It's all a bunch of 2s and a pair of 5s. All right, here we go. Oh, you guys are going to freak out. Look at the size of this. So 200 becomes 3 2s, a couple 5s. and then you have 3 x's, and you have 5 y's. So I've got the whole thing spelled out. Everything's ready to go. So what we do is we say, all right, square root, trying to find any pairs that I have. So here would be 1 pair of 2's, 1 pair of 5's, an x, a y, and a y. Those are pairs, 2 of a kind. 2 y's, 2 y's, 2 x's, 2 5's, 2 2's. So any pairs, circle them, grab them, they're all coming out. So remember the rule, once you grab them and get them on the outside, you only write it 1 time. So 1 pair represents a 2, a 5, an x, a y, and a y. So we still have this 2 left, we still have that x left, we still have that y left. So this 2 came out, this 5 came out, this x came out, both y's came out, bam, bam. Remember, you only write it 1 time on the outside. Now you have this whole mess to clean up out here. 2 times 5, that's 10, x, y times y, y squared. So the outside cleans up. Inside, we condense this together. Here's a 2, here's an x, here's a y. 10xy squared, 2xy, boom, boom, boom. Got an answer. This was for square roots, numbers, letters, the whole thing. All right, that was number 6. Here comes number 7. Let's do a cube root. Let's bump it up a notch. 48 x cubed y to the 7th. All right, let's do a cube root. Now we're going to start it the same way, even though it's gone from square root to cube root. Start it the same way. Grab the 48. Factor tree him on down over there. What do we got here? 2 and 24, 2 and 12, 2 and 6, 2 and 3. So you got, again, a whole bunch of 2's and a 3 stuck in there. All right, guys, here we go. We're going to spell the whole thing out. A whole bunch of 2's. 2, 2, 2, 2, 3. All right, just laid it all out there. You've got 3 x's. You've got 7 y's. Here we go. Now, once you get it all spelled out, here's the difference between this one and the last one. The last one was square root. This is cube root, so we're not looking for 2's and pairs and 2 of a kind to get out of there. We're looking for 3 of a kind to get out of there. Like here's a group of 3, a group of 3, a group of 3, a group of 3. So cube root means we're grabbing 3 of a kind to pull on out of there. Same rule though, on the outside, you still only write it once on the outside. So 2's coming out, x is out, 1 y's out, other y's out. Remember, you only write it 1 time on the outside. So we've got a2 and x, ay, still cube root. 2's left, 3's left, way down here, y is left. Oh my. Okay, let's see what we got here. We've got to clean all this up. This came out. The x came out. 2 y's came out. Boom, 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 boom. All right, clean this up. Here's a 2x, y squared. Don't forget it's cube root. 2 times 3 and the y, 6y. I guess we don't need that giant root anymore. All right, there you go. So that's the difference between the square root and the cube root. Okay. Well, we've gone this far. Let's just go a little farther. Number 8, let's make it a 4th root. Let's do it. So we've got 112, x to the 5th, y to the 4th. May as well bump it up. Let's do this. So same setup we did for square root, same setup for cube root, same setup for 4th roots. You grab that 112. Let's get to work on him. Factor tree him on down. Ooh, 2 and 56, 2 and 28, 2 and 14, 2 and 7. So 112 all the way down to a bunch of 2s and a 7. So 2, 2, 2, 2, 7. All right, so spell out your 112. It's a whole bunch of 2s, 7 on the end. You have 5 x's, you have 4 y's, and it's all right there in front of you. Again, this one's a little different. We had square root, we were trying to find 2 of a kind. We had cube root, we tried to find 3 of a kind. Now we've got fourth root, 4 of a kind. So groups of 4. Here's a group of 4, here's a group of 4, here's a group of 4. Same rule, find your groups of 4s, but when you get them out of there, you're only writing it one time on the outside. So grab it, grab it, grab it. Get it on out of there. So we've got a 2, we've got an x, and we've got a y. Fourth root, 7x. So the 2 comes out, the x comes out, the y's out. Really, there's nothing left to clean up on this. That's a pretty good shape. So let's get it all looking good. 2xy, fourth root, 7x. So we've done square roots, we've done cube roots, we've done fourth roots. That's a pretty good day. Let's throw in some fractions. I always like doing the fractions. All right, here we go. Number 9. Let's do back to the square root. So let's just keep it a square root. So here we go. Square root, like we started, instead of one giant square root, we can split this. So we just split it up. I'm like, okay, I got you there. And x to the 7th, ooh, 121. Bam, that's 11. We scored on that one. Let's think about what this looks like. So there are 7 x's all right there. We're back to square root, square root. So we're only looking for pairs to get out there. 2 of a kind since it's square root. There's 1x, 2x, 3x, all coming out. Ooh, I ran out of room. I'll have to do it down here. Once, twice, 3 times. So remember your rule, a pair, a pair, a pair, but you only write it one time when you get it out of there on the outside. Oh, still feeling good about the bottom. Square root of 121, that's 11, that's 11. All right, clean this up. X times x times x. So it's x to the 3rd up top, square root of x. All that's over 11. All right. I kind of like it. I like the split. The bottom got real easy. The top wasn't too bad. Let's do one more, and then we'll call it good. Last one. Let's make it a cube root. All right, last one for this video. Cube root, x to the 4th, 125. Okay, we're going to work this the same thing we've done all these examples. We're going to split it into little roots. So cube root, x to the 4th, cube root, 125. And again, we're pretty happy about the bottom. Like, yeah, I am. Boom, the bottom's just a 5. We're like, I got that. At the top, you got cube root, you got 4 x's. Let's spell it. And it's back to cube roots. So if it's a cube root, you're looking for pairs, or not pairs, groups of 3 of a kind, 3 of a kind, 3 of a kind. So we grab, there's a group of 3 of a kind coming out in front. See if I can fit this over here. And so when you grab it and get it to the outside, you're still only going to write this one time. So we are done. We've got 1x on the outside, we've got a cube root, x on the inside, whole thing's over 5. All right, guys, a whole lot of square roots, cube roots, fourth roots for this homework. 10 examples ought to do you.